I often wish that there were more hours in the day and in the night too. So many people invite Tom and I to stop in and visit their yards, but we are years behind in doing that. This past 4th of July, we were going to visit our kids and knew we had some extra time on the way home. We called Donna Uppes, who had told us about her yard at the Todd County Garden Day years ago. Well, it worked for her to have us stop and see her beautiful yard, and now we can share it with our viewers too. Thanks so much, Donna.
You're very welcome, Mary.
Tell me about what is your background?
Well, I was born and raised part of the time in South Dakota and moved here when I was 10. And then I married a dairy farmer. And so we had a dairy I was there 30 years. My husband was there his whole life. And in 2005, we sold the farm and bought this place. And I fell in love with the property even before I saw the house because I knew I could garden here.
And what was the property like when you moved here?
Many more trees than there are here. And right here, there was a raised bed garden that got removed. There was no vegetable garden, so my husband had to clear the land and the trees to make the vegetable garden. They had some shrubs planted, but really no gardens. Only the one at the end of the driveway that has the old wagon in it was the only one here.
So where did you start planting and why?
I started in front of the house. Seemed like the obvious place, and my vegetable garden, of course. And then as time went on, as I split plants and got plants from other people, they just found a home.
So where did you place your beds and why did you place them in those locations?
I wanted to see a garden out of every window in my house when I'm in the house. And I'm able to do that now.
So do you have flowers for each season too?
I do. I do some perennials which bloom pretty much all the time. I have spring bloomers and then midsummer and then late summer and then early fall. And into the fall, some of the sedum plants that will bloom in the fall, long into the fall.
So what do you start with in the spring?
I have crocus and I have bloodroot and I have tulips. I have tulips hidden in my beds and they come up and bloom in the spring and they're beautiful.
Well, and I think I saw some peonies when we drove in
I do have
too.
peonies. That's in about the second week in June they start here.
Okay.
And I have red, white, and pink.
So what is in color now? What do you aim for now in the summertime for blooms?
A lot of my daylilies, and I have many different colors. I have purple and red and yellow and orange and white. And then I have coreopsis that blooms, some Asiatic lilies, my clematis. I've got 3 varieties of that, pink, dark pink, and purple. Just many, many different colored blooms.
So where do you get your plants from?
I've gotten several of my plants are heirloom. They came from my husband's grandmother's garden and my friend Linda, who I garden with, and I've purchased some, and when we moved here, I brought 50 potted plants from the farm. And then some hostas I've gotten from other people as well.
Do you start annual flowers too?
I don't start flowers yet, but I'm getting a greenhouse, so I will be. I don't have the proper lighting in my house for that without grow lights, so I usually purchase them.
Donna, tell me about this garden right here.
Well, this was part of the raised bed that we took out. Also, my husband used the beams and put them in. We had a friend come and help build our fence. This is our property line. It just extends a little beyond. We have Amish neighbors, and I had them build me a garden shed. And that's there, and it's full of my wonderful things. But I like found items, and I like garage sale items. And so I just started collecting things, horseshoes and license plates that came from various states and various people in our family. Birdhouses, the Engelmann's ivy I've had since I've been here for 19 years. In the fall it turns red. I have stanchions there because I used to be a dairy farmer, as well as tractor seats, which I've ridden many times. And the hostas, many of them were shared by other people, and I've just split and planted them, and they've grown, and they like it here. It's a kind of a moist area, so they do really well. So this is my, what I call fence raised garden.
So what is the significance of the license plates?
Well, one of them is my husband's birth date, 1954, and one of them is mine, 1960, and I'm from South Dakota, so it's a South Dakota plate. And then I had a son who lived in Tennessee for 5 years, so he gave me 2 Nashville. We used to visit Arizona with my husband's parents, and so we have those. And California was my husband's sister lived there, so she gave us one, and the rest are just old Minnesota plates because I just love them.
So where do you find your items?
Garage sales and thrift stores and just from other people. I have a water spigot that I found in a rock pile at a farm where we were doing some landscaping, and the guy so graciously let me have it, which I was tickled pink. I just get them from other people, and friends give me things, and the milk can came from our dairy, so I've got 3 of those. So yeah, it's just things that I've collected. I have a bell, a dinner bell that my son gave me that he had made in Tennessee out of horseshoes and then a piece of a silo pipe.
So how did you get started with landscaping?
It just kind of evolved. My husband started doing boulder walls for people, building boulder retaining walls, just some of our family, and it just came word of mouth. Then we built Links National Golf Course, his family and us, south of Sauk Center. So he learned a lot about planting and growing various grass types. So just evolved from there. So people, I suppose, figured, you know how to grow grass, you can come and do my yard. So it's all word of mouth. We've never advertised, and so we've been doing it for about 12 years.